GTC. We back with another one. We breaking down some of the early game performances of today. Some of the top performers today in the early game slot, the noon games. So first, we want to big up to C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. Man, I predicted y'all to get y'all doors blown off. Y'all stood up. C.J. Stroud, he went 16 of 30, 300 yards, 2 tutties. Okay, passer rating of 111. The boy balled today. Again, he balled again today. All right. Also, you got to give Nico Collins a big shout out as well. Man, seven reception on 9 targets, 168 yards, and 2 tutties. Man, look, Houston showed up and they showed out at home. They took care of the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Hey, I don't know what's going on, but Mike Tomlin, hey, you about to put yourself on the hot seat. I know it's early in the season, you're 2-2, but hey, so is Houston. They 2-2. They looking all right for a young team. They looking all right. Okay. Some of the other performers today that did really good today. Baker Mayfield, to my surprise, but like I said, I expected Tampa to upset New Orleans today. Baker Mayfield, he was 25 of 32, 246 yards, 3 tutties, and 1 pick, but he still had a pass rating of 116. You got to shout out Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay did their thing, man. You know what I mean? Baker Mayfield got out there and did what he was supposed to do, and you can't take it from him. Some other big performers today. Jalen Hurts. Hey, sometimes you got to love him when it hurts. Hey, he did what he was supposed to do today, man. 25-37, 319, 2 tutties, 112 passer rating. A.J. Brown went nuts again. Okay, he went nuts today. 9 reception, on 13 targets, 175 yards, and 2 tutties. You know, what can you say? I mean, what can you say? That was a hard-fought, tough-nosed game. I thought that Washington would lay down, but they didn't because, like I told you, those interdivisional games, they could go either way. But I thought, I thought Philly would dog walk them, but they didn't. But in one of my upsets today that I told y'all was going to happen was I told you those Tennessee Titans was going to give Joe Burrow all they can handle and some. And that is exactly what happened, man. They only allowed 3 points, man. They only gave them boys 3 points. They dog-walked Burrow, man. They dog-walked Burrow. I told y'all Joe Burrow hurt. I don't know if y'all paying attention. But Joe Burrow is always in shotgun. Why? Because he can't do 2-step, 3-step, or 5-step drops. His range of motion is limited. And because his range of motion is limited, he can't really drop back and do the things that he do. He can't really escape out of the pocket, okay? I'm telling y'all, again, I know they ain't saying it, but I'm telling y'all, I believe Joe Burrow is hurt worse than what they are talking about. Also today, in one of the big games of the week, excuse me, you got to go look at that Miami and Buffalo game. I was for sure Miami was going to show up today. Man, they did not look good today. They just didn't look good today. Raheem Mostert was out there fumbling away the game. Two through 1 pick. The rookie of Chain was looking good, and they would not give him the ball. They just kept putting Mostert back in to fumble. Hey, give me here. You want the ball? You want the ball? That's what was happening, man. It didn't make any sense. But that rookie Devon Chain, he had 8 carries for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, and they stopped giving him the ball. It didn't even make sense. You going to take him out the game to put in Mostert to fumbleitis? Come on, man. It didn't make sense. I didn't understand what was going on over there with Miami and the way that they was really moving, okay? But big ups to Josh Allen. Big ups to Josh Allen, okay? This is the second time I went against Josh, and Josh came up big, all right? It is what it is. You gotta salute them when they doing what they do. You gotta salute them when they doing what they do, man. 21 to 25, 320 yards, 4 tutties, okay? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 4 tutties, 158 passer rating. The boy balled out. The boy balled out, okay? Then you had Diggs. This dude, he had 6 receptions on 7 targets, 120 yards, 3 tutties. The boy went crazy. They pulled him in motion, which was something I was talking to somebody earlier about, my brother. I told him, I was like, man, if Buffalo would be smart enough to put Stephon Diggs in motion and get him away from Xavier Howard, Diggs could have a monster game. And sure enough, they did it. They did it. And Oku couldn't do nothing about it. He was okay. He hit him with the okay. It was over. Oku was trash today. He got blasted. He didn't get no help. They played him one-on-one. You cannot play Stephon Diggs one-on-one. I don't care who you got out there. Unless you got a Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard. You got to put them guys on a Stephon Diggs. If you don't put nobody that know what they doing out there, Stephon Diggs is going to make a mockery of you. And sure enough, that is exactly what happened, okay? That is exactly what happened. One of my other upsets that I told you guys about today was I told you that the Baltimore Ravens was going to beat the Cleveland Browns. Okay? Nobody knew it was a last-second decision to sit Deshaun Watson. I still don't believe that they would have beat him today, even if Deshaun would have played. But like I said, I told you in the beginning that I believe Lamar Jackson would be the reason. And, of course, Lamar Jackson pretty much was the reason. Lamar Jackson was the reason. He threw 2 touchdowns. His passer rate was 142. He was 15-19, 186, which is kind of pedestrian, in the NFL for yards. But he still did his thing. And like I told you, I predicted that would be the reason that they would win the game. My other upset wins that I thought that did really well today was the Rams over the Colts. I told you I didn't know how they was giving the Rams any points in this game. Matt Stafford, he threw for big yards. He seems to always throw for big yards, but not touchdowns. I don't get it, but he always throws for big yards and not big touchdowns. But you still got to big up Anthony Richards for being a rookie. 11-25, 200 yards, and 2 touchdowns, okay? And he brought his team all the way back. And Pua Nakua, I got his name right this time. Pua Nakua. All right. He had 9 receptions on 10 targets, 163 yards, and 1 tutty. Like I said, those are the top plays and the top teams and what they did this week, man, in this early game selection. GTC, what say you? Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think, man, about today's noon games and how y'all saw it and what y'all think about the predictions. Sometimes we up, sometimes we down, but we always on time, baby. Peace. Holla at your boy.